Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to another live Unleashed unboxing. I'm your host, Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and I'm back. But we're not unboxing me today. We're unboxing Dan's brand new 1/3 scale Arkham City Harley Quinn. I want to thank everybody that joined me for my unboxing and also for willing to show up to this one, because I asked if anybody would want to see Dan's. We're like, hell yeah, we want to see Dan's as well.
I just figured it would be me, you, and the dog unboxing this together.
That's right. No kidding.
I super appreciate anybody who's here. Yeah, welcome to last to the party.
Well, we're just glad that you are at the party at all. And that's, sometimes, we've been lucky. Some of the things we've been getting in have been real close to one another. But you being on the East Coast, it takes a couple extra days to get there. Although you did get in one day early, which is exciting. That's why we're doing it tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. So that was pretty nice. Sometimes that happens. I'd rather go that way than the other way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I knew you didn't want to wait another 24 hours.
Oh man, I tell you what, it's been hard enough. It's funny. This is one of those that when they first released the pictures of it and first announced it, I automatically, boom, I was on it. And then I have to be honest, I got on this kind of trend where I was seeing all the pieces that I had coming in were all 1/3. And I just kind of thought, it was eating up a lot of space, and I just had this momentary lapse of reason, and I canceled her. And luckily I had some friends in the community. I don't know if Paula is in here yet, but Paula was like, Dan, you got to get her. You got to get her back. And she was on me. And I relented, and I am glad I did, because the lapse of reason has gone away, and I am super happy to have her in.
Well, I remember when you canceled, and I was kind of like, oh, it's like, oh, I can't. Was there a specific reason? Was it space, or was it just?
It was space. At the time, I had like, I don't know how many statues in a row come into my collection that were all 1/3. And the one thing, I'm sure most people, if you guys in the chat, if you collect 1/3 at all, these things eat space for lunch. I mean, they just, you got to have a special environment to host a lot of these things. And, at the time, I still had Croc, I still had Freeze, I still had Joker Arkham Origins, which is a giant piece.
Yep.
I still had some 1/3s that I've since parted with. I still had in the collection. And I just thought, I need to make room for some of the quarter scales that I have coming in. And like I said, momentary lapse of reason, but after kind of stepping back, reevaluating, and I'm sorry, guys, just saying hi to everybody, guys in the chat. Hey, everybody, Benny, I see you, Ryan, Din, Mike Stainbrook. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you coming by. I'm not on the chat. I don't have the YouTube feed going, so I want to say hi to you. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you guys, but anyway, so yeah, I wanted to make room, but I've since kind of reevaluated. I moved some pieces on that I felt like it was time, and I got her back in though. So I'm not completely away from 1/3. It's just not. At one point, I thought I was going all 1/3, and I'm not. Hey, there's Eric B.
That's it. We got a lot of folks in the house. I'll just kind of put everybody up on the screen as we're talking. And again, I'll kind of be the eyes and ears of the chat tonight, and we'll let Dan do his thing as well. And so if you guys have questions for Dan, if you guys want to talk about the statue, if you want to talk about New York Comic-Con, which again, the boxing boys will be there for sure. We're going to be there again Friday and Saturday, and I think some of Eric and Dan might be there extra days. I'm not exactly sure when they'll be there for sure, because we're kind of all coming and going at different times. But Friday we do have a meetup at 12 noon near the Funko Pop booth. And if that changes, there apparently is some sort of visitor lounge or something. I don't know if that would be a better spot or not, but we're going to shoot for the Funko area. And so anyway, I can't wait to meet everybody there, and I'm just excited. What are you most excited about for New York?
Oh, Artist Alley, man. Artist Alley. It's like Mecca, I mean, hey, Julia, it's Mecca for artists. They all show up for this one. All the heavy hitters are there. All of the independents that you'd want to meet, just everybody's there, and everybody's super friendly, and it's just a great environment. Yeah, I'm most looking forward to that.
I'm anxious to see how it compares to San Diego, because I'm sure, I mean, it seems like there's a lot more names announced for this event than there was even at San Diego. And so it'll be incredible. I can't wait. So I'm not thrilled about the trip out there. I don't love to fly, but I'm just anxious to get out there and hang out in New York a little bit. I know a lot of people are coming from the community, which is exciting. I know some fellow YouTubers are going to be there, so that's exciting as well. I just can't wait. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if anybody in the chat, if you guys are going, pop it in the chat. Anybody that might be stopping by New York at any point over the weekend, be great to kind of get a beat on that.
Yeah, please let us know.
We'll be driving Vengeance down first thing Thursday morning. So yeah, we're excited.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully I'll get a chance to see Vengeance in person. That'd be pretty awesome.
That'd be pretty cool, man. Yeah, it's only a block from the hotel. The parking for the hotel is a block away. So
okay,
we'll have to.
I have a feeling we'll be walking a bit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Vane21 says, good evening. Mine got delayed till tomorrow, but hopefully, but happy you got yours early, Dan. Well, let's say you guys must have switched places, I guess.
Oh man, I hope I didn't take yours, buddy. Hey, Benny.
Well, we got everybody. And like Dan said, please, if you guys are, especially if you're going to be there for the meet and greet at noon on Friday, near the Funko booth, again, please let us know. We would love to kind of get an idea of how many people are going to be there. I know of at least 5 or 6 that have said that they're going to show up. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's exciting. So anyway, what do you got there with the box?
What do I got there with the box? I just have to say, I heard a few people say, "Oh, the box isn't that bad." It's 68 pounds, man, and it's really kind of it's not perfectly square. It's kind of like a rectangle, but kind of awkward to lift this one. So I mean, I don't mind the big boxes, but
we described it as a slightly smaller dishwasher box.
That's kind of what it is. Yeah, it's slightly smaller dishwasher box, but pretty cool, high impact artwork. Anyways, that's what it is.
Do you remember how much you paid for shipping?
I paid $351.
Geez, so like I paid $299.
Yep.
So you paid $52 more to get it halfway across the country, but I could kind of see why. Like I kind of understood. Like again, my Fabok Batman, $451, 2 giant boxes, but I can kind of understand on this one that it's a pretty good size box and heavy.
Yeah, and it's heavy. I mean, it's like I said, it's 68 pounds, and it's a good size box, but still that hurts. $350.
It does. I was say that's an old premium format price.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, and then some. Oh, by the way, so I went to a comic shop opened in one of our. We're fortunate. We've got 3 fantastic shopping malls, like all within a half hour of us, and one of them opened this really cool comic shop. And they sell statues.
Oh, wow.
And I think they get them in secondhand. Like I think collectors bring them in and either consign them or, wholesale them to them. Mm-hmm. But they've got that OG Sideshow 2013 Batman quarter scale for $600.
Are you tempted?
Like that's mall pricing. Oh no, I've got that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot you still had that one.
Yeah, I've got that one.
I do miss that one a bit.
Oh man. Yeah.
But I never had the Batarang. I never had the exclusive.
I don't either.
So that's the one
I didn't even know what exclusive was.
I didn't either.
When I bought it,
I didn't either.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So. Stanley says, "Where's Dan going to display this statue?"
This is so right behind me. Let me see if I can. Oh, all the wires. So you see these French doors here. They're going to go on either side of the door. So if you guys remember, fix this. In the room tour, there's 2 sets of French doors. This set has one of these nightstands on either side of it. And like I might have mentioned, these are solid walnut nightstands. I keep parts in the drawers, and she's gonna go on one side or the other. I'm not sure yet. I pulled this out. I pulled the nightstand out, and just so that I could, just for the unboxing. But she'll go on either side of the door, so she'll be in a place of prominence. And just if anybody's wondering who's going to go on the other side of the door, ultimately that will be either the Pattinson 1/3 or the Batman, the concept Jim Lee version 1/3 from Prime 1.
What about the Joker and Punchline? That would be a pretty cool end cap with the 2 seated.
You're an enabler.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're an evil man. So Joker is going to go up next to Hush. And
because you haven't ordered Punchline yet.
I have not ordered.
That's why I'm rubbing you there. It's it's like
I'm feeling the pressure. I'm kind of glad. I'm hoping I don't see that one in person in New York. I really don't want to see that.
Yeah,
it's just going to cost me $1,500 plus shipping.
Plus shipping.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You need punchline. Thanks, Theodore. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, see, Theodore knows. Eric just said you.
He's not. I don't. The space that I have for Joker in his chair won't accommodate punchline either depth or height, but will accommodate the Joker very nicely. And I think that Joker will go real well with Batman.
But I know this guy that's really good at building custom shelves. They could really accommodate any size because all you got to do is just cut the birch down to a different, thickness. Right? Am I missing something there?
Yes, you're missing a lot. You're
Ryan Eccles says, I'm going to New York Comic Con and plan on stopping by to see the Rogues. That's great, awesome. Ryan.
That is cool. I hope we get a ton of people. That's so cool.
It would be awesome. It would be very, very cool. So anyway, I'm excited about that. So you ready to start tearing into this box? I know you're chomping at the bit.
I kind of wish we would. All right. So I have to tell everybody in the chat, we cheated a little bit. I did ask Chris. So I've got the styrofoam out in front of me. I've cut the tape, but I have not opened the styrofoam yet. I did ask him what was on top versus the bottom, so I kind of know where things are. So Chris, I have to get up out of my chair and move the top out of the way to get to the bottom. So
no problem.
Chat away. I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see. Edison says, would you display this piece on a rotating turntable so you can see the awesomeness of the entire statue? This is one of those pieces that would definitely work with a turntable because it's round. However, the backside is cool. It's got the really great detail on the chair, but there's not as much storytelling elements on it. So I don't know if you would necessarily need it on a turntable.
Are you kidding me?
What?
With the size of this base?
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it is nuts. When you see the base for the first time and you open up the box, you're like, shit, where am I going to put this? What shelf is going to accommodate it? And by your jaw on the floor, I could tell.
Oh my God. That's the biggest base I have in my collection.
Without a doubt.
With the exception of White Knight, and that's just long.
Yeah, it is.
Just looking at it here in the styrofoam, it looks like it reminds me of the chessboard in Star Wars.
That's exactly what it is.
Giant. All right, I'm going to grab this.
This is exactly like what, Eric posted that photo of himself.
Yeah.
Holding it.
I know, but I still didn't get a full appreciation. Oh no. My God. Are you kidding me?
It's just crazy.
Oh, here's the back.
Yeah.
So here's that, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's nuts.
It's gorgeous, though.
But look how good the wood and the metal look.
Oh my God, yes.
It's really nice.
Look at this thing. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's insane.
That is crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a big base.
So again, if they could have just, made it a rectangle shape or something, or maybe even a rectangle with a curved front.
Yeah.
I don't know if they necessarily needed the depth of that, but it is massive.
Holy Christmas. That's much bigger than I expected.
Yeah.
Either that, I just haven't opened a 1/3 in a while, but which is kind of the case, by the way. I'm trying to think, opening the White Knight was kind of the equivalent of opening a 1/3, but what's the last 1/3 I opened? Oh, I think, the last 1/3 I think I opened was Prime 1 Joker, the Ledger Joker. So.
Oh yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
This base is just it's a little bit. Bigger.
Yeah. What would you say? Like 3 times bigger?
Oh my God! And look at the size of the chair.
Maybe 2 times.
The chair is huge.
It's crazy.
All right.
We have a question here. It says, quick question to Chris and Dan. And we were just actually talking about this before. Has either of you seen the production error on the Harley right hand holding the bat? The magnetic key does not slide into the arm properly. So it slides in. The magnet's really strong. And it's something I noticed after the fact, but it's almost like Harley needs to be up a little bit. So it sounds like maybe this is maybe more of a bigger problem than just mine. So I'm anxious to see what happens with yours whenever we get it all set up.
Is it a visible gap?
Maybe from the side. It's because where she's got like that wrist bracelet.
Yeah.
And so the hand, instead of it being like the middle of the bracelet like this, her hand's up here a little bit more.
Huh.
It still looks okay, but it doesn't sit flush completely.
Okay.
Now, if I lifted Harley up off the chair a little bit, it would sit fine.
Yeah.
But I'm curious as to see if it happens to yours as well.
Okay. Well,
so we'll see.
Let's see the giant chair.
Eric says, that's why I'm here tonight, just for Dan's reaction to the base.
You got it, buddy.
Yes, he did. 449 super chat from Legend Thriller 1. Hey, Chris and Dan, congrats on the statue. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Wow. I guess, okay, first 1/3 chair in my collection.
Yeah. Look at that thing.
It's enormous.
It's so puffy looking too. Like it's like super puffy.
What? This is nuts. All right. So how does this? Okay.
Brian Diehl says mine is still sitting in my ottoman in my office because I have no idea where I could fit her.
How does this?
Mike says, great reaction, Dan.
I am here to entertain people.
So the chair pretty much is square to the Harley Quinn logo. There's a little key that kind of angles in a little bit of an angle.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got it.
Eric S says, kids table for Thanksgiving.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Wow. Wow. You know what's funny is I'm looking on screen, right? I can see what's on screen and it looks small. Guys, this thing is huge.
It's not small.
It's not small. Oh my God. It's not small.
Yeah, it's just nuts.
I can't get over it. I can't get over the size of the base. That's by far. It's bigger than the Hush base. I mean, it's not as tall, but wow, is it beefy? I
love the back of it too. Have you seen the backs with the kind of like the string and the, you know, it just looks cool.
It just looks cool. The metal looks like metal, which I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's
kind of like that hand hammered.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's what it looks like. And the spill, the whiskey spill.
Yep.
All right.
Brian Diehl says, just check mine and the wrist looks perfect. Eric says, no issues with his on his wrist.
Oh, wow. So that's good news. So there's a chance.
Is this base bigger than the Detective Comics 1000 base? Yes.
Okay.
It's rounder. It takes up more width and depth.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Oh, for the Detective.
Yeah, this is bigger than the Tech 1000.
Gotcha.
Theodore wants to know, is Dan getting the Tech 1000?
Unfortunately, I don't have space for the Tech 1000. So.
Brad said that chair seems poorly designed for lumbar support.
It really does.
It does. It's really way too cushy.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
Eric says if you have an argument with your wife, Dan, you can just sleep in that chair.
You're not kidding. I could lay my head in that chair. Be very comfortable.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it'd be real comfortable. Well, maybe not real comfortable.
You know what's funny though, getting back to Tech 1000 for a moment, I have to tell you, the FOMO is real for me with that piece. Like the FOMO is very, very real.
I have to tell you,
cue the music, cue the Hallmark.
I know, that's right. Like the little mini the little mini violin.
Something. Yeah.
I have to tell you, I have to be honest, and this might be just new statue syndrome, but right now it is my favorite statue in my collection.
Oh, you're killing me.
Your eye instantly goes to it.
And you know what's funny is I kind of have a spot where I think I could put it to.
If you were going to get that or Punchline, I would get that. Like if you were even debating.
I still have to believe that Sideshow is going to come with a
quarter
scale Punchline.
No, it's New York Comic Con week.
They'd be dumb not to. But then again, all right. So I'm going to put the body on. So, oh wow, hold on. This is going to take a while.
Theodore says, I see a pre-order in Dan's face.
What was that about a pre-order?
He said he sees it in your face. He says he sees a pre-order in your face.
God, I wish I could tell him he's wrong.
Matt K says, I feel this piece is like a bust because of the round base and almost like a standalone piece. I mean, it really is. But I mean, this takes up more room than a bust does.
I have a surprise for everybody too. At some
Ooh.
point during this video, I've got a surprise, even for you.
Oh, I like that.
Yep, little surprise action.
Oh no, Eric just said, act now, low stock alert on Sideshow.
Shut up, Eric.
Hashtag enabled. Everybody hashtag enabled in the comments.
Enabled. Yep, there she is. Beautiful. Wow, look at this thing. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys all talked me into her. Is Paula? We haven't seen Paula yet.
I haven't seen Paula yet. Everybody's like, I can't believe Paula's missing this.
How is Paula not here?
She's gonna kick herself.
Yeah, you know what's funny too? You know, this is the thing too about third scales is the skin, and it doesn't come on the you can't see it on the camera, but the skin, not even just the texture, but the paint, right? So you can see all of the pores in the skin. Chris, do you know, is this that translucent effect?
Yes, it's that translucent resin again.
It's just gorgeous. I mean,
it has, I mean, you can really see a beautiful, just texturing on her.
Yeah.
I just think that they did a really nice job, as you get closer to the skin. It just looks really, it's got those normal skin bumps and everything. It just looks great.
Okay, so what do I need to know about when I key her in here with this hand?
Eric just says, serious. Oh, you got to put the hand in first before the body.
The hand's on the chair.
Oh, you already got it. Okay, so now once you have that, you can just line it up and she should key right in.
Okay.
Eric says, seriously, DX on low stock alert, hashtag enabled.
Oh, there goes the hand.
Yep. So there it is. That's it.
Fine.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what keys are in.
Can I tell you how happy I am?
That's what we were hoping for.
Holy Christmas.
Darn right.
Oh my God. All right. Would you so I know there's not a ton of pieces to this, so I feel like I've got to show you. Well, no, we'll wait for the surprise.
Okay. Yeah, we can wait for the surprise.
All right. We'll wait. All right. So what's next there, Chief?
Oh, it says, hold on. Legend Thriller says 100 likes. Dan will pre-order. So we're not going to put words in his mouth tonight, guys. They did that to me the other night whenever I live pre-ordered the Grim Knight.
It happens. It's been known to happen. Hey, I have feedback for you on that Grim Knight, by the way.
Okay.
Can I give you an honest opinion?
Yes.
I love the piece. I don't think it looks good next to Batman Who Laughs.
Really?
I think it gets lost. It's just too much. It's like a mass of black, because the Batman Who Laughs is a really dark piece. Even with the Robins, he himself is very dark. And I feel like the two of them, I feel like you need something, I don't know, something a little more bright next to the Grim Knight. I think it's an amazing piece. I just think it needs to be next to something with color.
Well, what if he was up where Harley is, the top Harley?
Next to Bane?
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, that's black on black too.
Yep.
But you're not saying like, I technically could still cancel it. It hasn't shipped yet. So, I mean, it's like, you're not saying,
I'm not saying cancel it. I'm just saying in terms of where you put it.
Right.
Because I heard you mention, I don't know, a while back about putting him next to Batman Who Laughs. And I could understand that logic. It makes a lot of sense to me, but it's a lot of black.
I have some room because I'm not getting Deathstroke back on the Arkham, and I'm not getting Azrael back. And so I have two slots really. And so my original thought was, okay, well, if I have these Dark Knights metal pieces, I thought I would have my whole Arkham set up, and then on the end have Batman Who Laughs and Grim Knight together, just kind of as an end cap. Their bases look like they could be Arkham bases, with that same kind of gray stone look. But I don't know. I probably will keep them separate. But anyway, if whatever space I get that's new, I'll have more room for more villains. So
yeah,
I don't know. And Grim Knight's not a traditional villain that I would normally collect either.
Well, Sean's got a good point here in the chat saying you need to break up the Grim Knight and Batman Who Laughs with either Red Death or Dawnbreaker. See, now that's the right idea. That is the right idea.
They're both really cool. I like the whole line. I don't have any connection to it. That's the problem. Is like I don't have any connection to the Grim Knight either, but I just think it looks so awesome.
Yep, I'm with you on that. All right, this little dude.
Phil says, hey, Chris, unrelated to the unboxing, but does the Fabok Batman not stand straight up? Right? It looks like he leans to one side in your background. No, he stands up. He stands up straight, but the problem is he's leaning kind of forward, and so it makes it kind of look that way. And the fact that his cape goes one way, but he is standing up straight. There is no lean concern on him whatsoever, and the cape is PVC, so I do not worry about that at all. Now my Jim Lee Batcave Hush does lean.
I thought you put something under his foot or something like that.
I did, and even with I put some paper under there, and even with that, but I have moved him a couple times. I moved him up front just to see what he would look like, and I did that comparison video, and so I need to kind of readjust that. He's a little bit leany now than he was before, but I just need to adjust it. Yeah, I'm not going to cancel the Grim Knight, guys. I'm going to
don't
still get that. Levi, I know I still haven't ordered Vampirilla. I know.
Oh, when's that going to happen?
Oh, I don't know. That's another piece. Like I really want that one, but I just don't know where it would go. Well, I just don't.
Here's the little Jack in the Box thing. This thing's kind of fun.
It's heavy, and you can actually rotate it. So, in all the promotional videos, and I said this on my video, isn't that fun?
That's hilarious.
It's really top heavy.
Yeah.
Most in all the promotional photos, they have that in the back, but I like that better than the Joker doll. So I put it right there at the front by the leg of the chair, and then I rotated the head toward the front of the base, so you can actually get a better just like that.
Yeah.
I preferred that over the doll.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I don't love the doll with the long nose. It's kind of like the Jim Lee Joker nose.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he's got that really long Joker nose.
I do know what you mean.
There's also a hand crank on there that goes on there.
It looks like I missed a piece. What is this?
I missed it too. It's pretty easy.
Oh, ashtray.
Theodore says, Dan, is Hush still a crucial piece in your collection? Chris is thinking of selling him.
Oh, yeah. Chris is nuts. I'm just going to put that on the record.
Well, what people have said is with my new space, they're like, just hang on to him. You got the Jim Lee signature on there. Hang on to it. Find a special. I can see him keeping a hold of him. I think I'm going to, and just have him on his own podium.
I completely think that's a wise idea.
Away from everything else, just by himself, his own thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that bottle great?
Oh, I love it. Johnny Daniels.
I just think and I love the heaviness of it. It's like a really heavy, thick plastic.
Well, where is that crank? Oh, there it is. I got it. Yeah, it's really well done. This whole statue is, oh my God, really, really good. And yes, I am gushing a bit.
Well, and you haven't even got to the best part yet. I mean, the statue itself is good, but it's the portraits that make it.
You can position the crank too, how you want the handle. You can actually turn the handle.
Yep, isn't that cool?
That's hilarious. Yep, that's awesome.
Daniel says, Dan makes a good point on the Grim Knight being next to Batman Who Laughs, but if you put them both on the sides of Fablock 1000, you get a trio of all black, create symmetry. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, I'm not going to sell anything, Bryan. Other than maybe I might be selling my Harley Quinn, my DC Comics Harley Quinn, just because I don't need 2 1/3 scale Harleys in that collection. But it sucks it sucks because I just got her.
That's also a great piece, by the way.
Brian Diehl says, Dan, I ended up with 2 Fablock Batmans. So if he sells out by the time you decide you want one and I still have it, we can talk.
What?
So Brian, why did you end up with 2?
I have to ask. If he sells out.
Unless, you wanted like the different head positions.
Yeah, Brian, I got to know the detail behind that. How'd you get 2?
Yeah.
And maybe we should talk.
Yeah, maybe you should talk. I'm serious, Dan. Like it just has so much presence. Like when I look at it, I think that is Batman. Like that is Batman.
Like I said, I don't get FOMO on a lot of pieces. Like I tend to know what I want.
Sure.
Usually, I know there's sometimes where I change my mind, but.
So that just keys in on the right. Yeah, just like that. And I'm actually kind of surprised that there's no magnet at the top of it.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's scary because it literally just leans up against the chair, and it's a pretty shallow key. I wish that there was a magnet that attached to the chair somehow.
That thing would tip right out of there. Be careful on that, guys. This thing.
And I don't love that it's hidden back there. I wish it had been featured somewhere up front.
Yeah, this thing can just fall right out of here, no problem.
Real easy. So I've moved her like 5 or 6 times, and every single time it's the first thing I take out.
I think I'm going to also put just a little piece of museum putty, that little poke putty kind of stuff.
I think that's a great idea.
Just put
and maybe even some down in the key.
Yeah, why not, right?
Because again, it's real shallow. I don't know why they wouldn't have magnetized that.
Yeah. Wow.
Not sure.
Looks great too. Like you said, it's kind of a shame that it's way back there.
Tom Height in the house, Brotherhood member, says, "Hey guys, I got the Alex Ross 9.8 Batman Tech CGC. So excited! Yours inspired me. That's awesome.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That's a great
cover.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, great cover.
Oh,
I'm excited for the Alex Ross booth. It'll be fun to tour in New York Comic Con.
Yep. Yeah, Alex Ross. Yep. It looks like I've got to do the. Oh, the hand is attached to the bat already. Okay.
Yeah, you got the hand with the bat, and you also have the Joker doll still.
Joker doll.
Wong Combo says, "I won't lie, I watched your Detective Comics 1000 video and instantly ordered today." Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. You're the reason why it's low stock, Wong.
Yeah, Wong. Don't be taking
Wong's fault. Scott L says, "I think Dan will regret not getting the Detective Comics 1000. I don't have the room for him, and I am getting him. Just do it." Oh, it's awesome. Oh, and Tom met Alex Ross. That's awesome. I would love for him to actually be at a show. I'm hoping that he would be there. I don't know if he will be, but it would be awesome to meet the man. Have you met him before?
I've never met Alex. I've never seen him. I've never been to a show that he's been at.
He said he was at in Winchester a few years back.
Chris, when you were talking about the hand issue, were you talking about on the bat?
No. Actually keying into her wrist.
So from the hand to the wrist, but on the bat hand?
Yes, on the bat hand.
Yeah, mine's that. I have that issue.
So if you push it in correctly, do you see how her arm lifts up?
Yep.
Yours is exactly like mine. So that's so weird. Somebody said that they thought maybe the angle of the key was improperly done. But it's close. Like, I mean, looking at it, it's close, like from the front.
Yeah, I don't think it's something I would notice over time.
I don't either. I mean, clearly when you lift her arm up, like it keys in really strong. See, just like that. You can feel it. But it's just like a centimeter or two off.
Just put one of those little just like one of those little felt pads, like a tiny one, just under her arm.
Under her arm or under her bottom. I thought under her bottom too. The only thing is whenever you lift her up, there's a slight separation where her arm isn't resting on the top of the chair anymore.
Right.
There's a slight gap. But that's the only thing is because I don't know if you do it again. I don't know if you'll notice that or not. But I thought, well, maybe you could just put something under her butt to raise her up just that little half of, a few centimeters.
Yep.
And she would still look like she's sitting in the chair just fine. I mean, again, it's not a big giant concern because again, I feel like it looks pretty good.
Right.
But clearly it keys in stronger whenever you have her up a little bit higher.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Got 112 people watching right now, guys. Please hit the like button. That helps us out tremendously. Thanks for joining us on a Monday evening. Thank you very, very much. Bryan says, my local store ended up getting it, so that's how I ended up with 2.
Oh, wow. Here's the Jim Lee Joker doll with dynamite.
See, now you're not going to be able to unsee that, see?
Now I can't unsee it. Okay. Joker. Jim Lee Joker.
Jim Lee Joker. There it is.
Jim Lee Joker.
I think it's cute. It's just not my favorite look. I don't know. It's cutesy. But so I put him on the back side of mine.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool on the clock.
Yeah, the clock's really neat.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm kind of, surprise. I feel very similarly about that guy going on the back.
Yeah. Dennis, Alex Ross will be at booth 2843, but that doesn't mean he's going to be there. It's just that his booth is going to be there, his gallery. So hopefully hopefully he'll actually be there, but it's just hard to say. Dan, just so you know, Bryan is in Phoenix. That's where he is.
Okay.
If you are interested in getting a hold of him.
Oh, my son is in Phoenix right now.
That's awesome.
Grab it.
It says this Harley will definitely look amazing next to Jimenez's Joker. Is Dan getting him? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
They will. I mean, to be honest, they're going to pair up really nicely.
Yeah.
I mean, you could literally, some people said you can either have like Harley, Joker, and let's say you do get Punchline, you can literally just sit Punchline in between them. You don't have to have her behind the Joker.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that. The Punchline doesn't necessarily have to go behind him.
She doesn't.
Oh, it's too bad they put this Batarang back here, huh?
Yeah, and it's real metal as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
And again, this is where maybe the turntable would be nice, but it just keys up just like that. Keys in only one way, and it's a nice touch. But yeah, it's hidden back there. So there's some cool things on the backside. Like I said, I really feel like the biggest miss is the mallet being back there where you just can't see it. I think it'd be kind of fun if it was where your Jack in the Box is somehow.
Yeah.
But
with the key on there, there's nothing you. Oh, yeah, there's really nothing you can do.
Nothing really. But still cool. Still cool.
So what are these things? Oh, those are the stands. So it comes with the stands.
Yep, it comes with 2 stands. And somebody was saying on the review, they actually said they wish that they had done a Jester portrait. And actually they did do a Jester portrait, although it's not the ones that we got from Sideshow. It was if you ordered directly from the store in Prime 1. Actually, Eric B actually has that one. So if you check out Eric's channel, All Things Art, he has a review and you can see that portrait a little bit better. It's just a portrait that I actually really like, but I don't think I would display it all that often, if anything. But the stands are nice that it comes with 2.
Wow. So that's funny. This is the first one. So here's my favorite portrait.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite by far.
And you know what's funny?
What?
So it still has.
Oh, that's funny. It has their paint mark on it.
Yep, it's just a piece of tape. It's a piece of masking tape.
I would actually want to keep that. I think that's cool.
I think that's cool as well. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the bottom of the magnet. It's about the same size.
That's neat.
So A22, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what Dan's talking about is if you ever actually see factory shots, they have these paint lines. They're paint master or tape where they're they match up things and make sure that everything's got its matching parts. And it's just a way for them to kind of keep track of inventory. And so that's I've never seen that done before. I've never seen a piece left on a head before. I mean, look at that.
Wow.
Did you pull the earrings down?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, just that. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, she's stunning.
Yeah, she's stunning. That's a great female portrait, just in and of itself.
I personally, and again, everybody always says Sideshow's the best in the business, and they are.
Yeah.
But this is, I think, the best Prime 1 portrait they've ever done.
It's right up there.
It's got to be.
Sure. Yeah.
It's got to be.
Hey, Nate. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining, man. Yeah, I mean, come on. She's gorgeous. I don't know what people are talking about with the eyes either. The eyes are perfect.
Eyes are perfect. I mean, yes, she's looking off to the side, but again, that's what your eye does. It's not googly. It's not odd. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Wow, I'm surprised you put that portrait on first. I thought you might wait till, because that's what I had to do. I knew that I was going to like that one the most, so I waited till the end on that one just to kind of build anticipation for myself. That
was smart. So here I've got the I don't even know if I've changed that out just because it's so good.
Right. Well, you got to see what it looks like. You're going to want to see what it looks like on.
The smirking portrait. All right.
Just be careful.
There we go.
Theodore says, love that portrait. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, earring just came off.
You're kidding.
Nope.
On which one?
I'm going to, on the smirking one. I just went to just kind of fold the earring down. So these earrings are metal.
Yeah, but I'm surprised it came off. Like mine was so tight on there. Here's mine right here.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a replacement head.
I don't know.
You could probably contact Sideshow and have them give you another one. I don't even see like a loop. Is there like a loop on the inside?
No, it's split. The metal is. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, so it's just like right where her earlobe.
Yeah, you just kind of separate it a little. I probably can fix that. But
just be real careful.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that one live.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that live either. Eric B brought up a good point, and he's right. See, the heads are bigger than the stand. If you can see this right here on my camera here, it's got so they are a little top heavy because the heads are heavy. So just be careful.
I like this winking one.
Eric says pair of tweezers to spread them open.
Yep,
that's not a bad idea.
That's what I'm thinking.
So this is sort of like a double live unboxing right here. See,
it's kind of like that.
The one that you have in your hand there is probably my least favorite.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
No, actually, no, the other one.
I think the other one. Yeah, I like this one better than the other one.
Yeah, I'd say this is my second favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, it's funny. They left that. Look at.
Oh, we got another one. That's funny.
On this one too.
That's really funny. I've never seen that.
It's
look at her nose. Do you see like the folds on yours?
Oh yeah, the wrinkles. Yeah.
Isn't the wrinkles fun on her nose?
Yep. Yeah, where she kind of scrunched up her nose when she winks. I mean,
I thought really the wrinkles were kind of cool.
Yep. That is cool.
But I think that's a fun portrait too. And again, it's a little bit more whimsical.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Boy, the paint app is really phenomenal on this statue too.
Yeah. Again, I just feel like it's the portraits that are the main event on this. It's like it just really pulls it all together. And again, for me, I think that's my favorite Harley costume of all time.
Oh, me too, by far.
I love this look. I mean, the skater look is nice and it's modern, but for me, this is just my favorite Harley look ever.
Yeah.
And I loved playing that costume in the games. I thought that was a lot of fun, and I like Arkham Knight too. Which Arkham Knight is basically just a level up of this, where they added the tutu and stuff. But man, I tell you,
she is just gorgeous. Holy crap! Wow.
Dennis Perez says hi, Dan and Chris. Hello to Dennis Perez.
Hey Dennis, what's happening, man?
Hero joining us. Just joined. Good morning from F1. I'm not sure where that is, but thank you for being here.
Nice. Oh,
that's awesome. What was it? Oh, is it Finland?
It's Finland, yeah.
Oh, Finland. There it is. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for being here.
Wow.
Right. Early morning where you guys are. But yeah, that's, it's really hard to pick anything apart on this other than maybe the wrist issue, and maybe the placement of the mallet or whatever. But it's like the size is really the biggest issue. It's like that's going to be the hardest thing for people to. But this is one of those pieces I feel like if you kind of make room for. You know?
Well, it's funny you should say that. So I was thinking that just in other terms. I was thinking, on this base, she really is kind of a centerpiece piece. Like you could have her by herself and it'd be just fine.
Yeah. Without question.
Yeah, Jonas, I think this piece is phenomenal. I can't get over how good it is. It's better than I thought. And I thought she looked awesome in pictures. Hey, Critical, thanks, man. I thought she looked great in pictures, and I'm blown away. I love the skin texture. I mean, she's clearly showing a lot of skin between, everything, and I love that they did such a great job with that. The coloring is good. She looks, some statues look a little bit, I don't know, dead. There's not enough color variation in the skin, and
a little plasticky sometimes.
What's that?
A little plasticky sometimes.
Yeah, exactly, a little plasticky, and I feel like her skin looks really, really, really good.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but like take a really close look at the portrait, and you can see the skin tone underneath the white.
Yeah.
Really well. And especially on the portrait we like the most, I just think you can really see it. I just think that it just looks like paint on top of skin. It's really impressive.
Yeah, it really is. I agree.
And our lip color with the gloss.
Yeah, that's just so good. Wow.
Nice strong magnet on that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Real strong magnet.
Lenny, thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you. Ryan says, when I saw Sideshow Collectibles free shipping deal for the week, I immediately went to order this. Alas, it was not included. I don't think, actually, I looked at it too, and I don't think any Prime 1 items are on that at all, which I was kind of surprised. But yeah, it's disappointing. Her eye stickers are painted. They are stickers. Almost every company these days does a sticker where then they'll paint over them, and gloss them over and seal them basically. It's just too hard to paint eyes. This way you reduce the chances of being a googly eye, which was always the Sideshow Rogue, which was the famous, it's just like you can't, it's very difficult to hand paint eyes. And so almost every company these days uses a decal.
Yep, for sure.
Batby says, Chris, with the rise of shipping, what's your guess for these 1/3 dips like Batman versus Dios, Batman versus Superman and Batman versus Joker? I honestly do not even want to guess. If they're two boxes, I would imagine they'll probably be about as much as the Fabok Batman was, if not more. If it's 3 boxes, good Lord Almighty, it's going to be $800 in shipping probably.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be pricey.
It's just insane. I think she looks stellar in your collection, Dan. She goes so well with the aesthetic of your room.
Oh, thanks so much, Theodore. It's funny you should say that because she's as bright as she is. She's also in person. The not patina is not the right word because it's not aging, but the wear on her costume is really good.
There's some grittiness to it.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
But it definitely has a pop of color. I said, comparing her to the roller skate Harley that I have, like her reds are brighter, but it's still kind of that dark, almost maroonish red color, which just looks really good. She also she's one of those pieces that looks really good with shadows as well. Depending on where you have her in your room, she'll look a little different. But that portrait right there is just I keep looking over at mine because I'm like, it's just how could you not?
No, she's stunning. I mean, just outrageously good.
And she's one of those pieces that doesn't look like, even from afar, she looks good, but like until you see her up close, it's you just have to see her in person. It's one of those pieces that they're crazy.
Yeah, don't hesitate on this one, guys. If you have any question whatsoever, you'll be blown away. I mean, she's just gorgeous. Wow.
Thank you, Levi. Sebastian says, I think UPS and USPS just went from 3% to 8%.
Thanks, Henry. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean, Sebastian and Eric? I know Eric mentioned it earlier.
3% to 8%?
Maybe just a boost in price.
I don't.
Jeff Gerard in the house. Hello to Jeff. Jonas asked where are you going to put her. Dan addressed this earlier, but he's wanting to put it on either side of those French doors right there.
Yep.
Borcube 1 of 2 says, I'm very concerned about the Hulkbuster shipping costs, the Queen Studios 4 scale. Man, that piece is beautiful, but you have every right to be concerned.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where all these shipping or all the statue company, they've been jacking up the prices, which are one thing, but then if you have to pay $400, $500, $600 on top of it, like, that's another statue sale right there.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Definitely consideration.
Eric said that's how much it went up, a small percentage. So it just went up that percentage. And
that's 5%. That's not insignificant.
That's not insignificant. No. The Pac-Man 154 says, I think instead of having to buy the DX for more portraits, you should have a choice of the head you would like. Same with Punchline. Her best portrait is the DX version biting her lip. And that's the thing, guys, is they do that. They know which one the best portrait is. And so that's why they offer it as the DX, because you'll pay more for it. It's not always the case where the DX is the best one, but a lot of times it's the best one. So with this one right here, though, this portrait right here was not the regular, right?
This one was what?
This one,
Yeah.
this portrait that you have on, I don't think that was with the regular. I think it was the winking smile portrait that you get with the regular.
I think it was the winking one. Yeah.
So if you want this one again, which is our favorite, and I think we both knew going in that this would be our favorite.
Yeah.
That this is that's the DX. That's why you have to spend the extra money on it.
Yeah. We just didn't get the store exclusive, but yeah, this is the DX.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. So yeah, the Batman Hush, that's the Hush wrappings. That was the DX for that piece. Actually, no, that was the store exclusive. Sorry, store exclusive.
I will say that at least for me, I did buy the DX of the Fabok Detective Comics 1000. I feel like it's one of those pieces where you could absolutely buy the regular because that's the way I have it displayed. I'm really happy with the regular. The other portraits are awesome too, but I love him looking down with the yellow emblem.
What about the one looking to the side? That one looks really good too.
I love it too. That's my second favorite.
Is that the DX version?
Yes.
Yeah.
You only get no, I think you do get the looking forward, which is my least favorite, I think. And the looking down. I think you get those two with the regular. And then the DX, you get the looking to the sides. One is clean shaven, and I like that one least. And the one looking over toward Killer Croc, that is the one that's got the 5 o'clock shadow, and I think that one looks really good.
Yeah, that one looks good.
And you do get the extra torso, or the little torso stand.
Yep.
With the DX.
Yep. Very cool.
Eric says, example, a quote I had last week for $60 is now about $64 today.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah. What is the most expensive Batman statue out there? Just curious. Probably the either Batman Sanity or Batman Shogun. I think that those are probably the two most expensive ones that I could think of. They're,
how much is Shogun?
$3,000.
Is it really?
Yeah. Anywhere, between $2,000 and $3,000. I've seen it. I haven't seen it too. But maybe like 2,600, 2,700.
What was that piece? It was like 2,400.
I think so. I think that, obviously you can get like life-size Batmans, and those are going to be more expensive, but
yeah. White Knight is up there.
Yeah, White Knight's still.
I haven't seen White Knight going on the aftermarket under 2.
No, and you don't see it up for. I just saw Sick list his.
Yeah.
Sick Mansion, because he's getting rid of 1/4 scale. But I don't know. Man. White Knight Bat Bike was my favorite piece until I got Deck 1000.
That's crazy.
I know.
I tell you what I wouldn't want to do, and you've already done it once, and that is pack up White Knight.
Oh my goodness.
That's just a nightmare.
It's not fun.
No, thank you at all. Thank you at all.
No, I do not want. I know eventually he'll move because I think I have a vision of having the Batman versus Joker diorama there.
Yeah.
And then he would live somewhere else. But I don't want to move him. I don't want to move that cape.
Yep. I don't blame you one bit.
Oh my gosh.
Not even a little.
I have ran into it once, and it scares the crap out of me. I can't believe I didn't break the.
I bumped mine once. I didn't hit it hard. I just kind of bumped it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's sturdier than it looks.
It is. Thank God. Brad Ladder says a custom gold-plated Brad licked Sanity can go for as much as $10,000. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Prime One didn't make the gold-plated one. Retail on Sanity was about $2,700.
Okay.
And the smoke version goes for a lot.
I like that.
Oh yeah, J&D's dual version of Batman and Bruce Wayne is pricey. Yeah, it is pricey. It's third scale.
Anything J&D is pricey, right?
Yeah. What'd you think of the Wonder Woman?
I thought she looks really good.
I do too.
I love the costume, love the body. I think the portrait is again, just going by what I've seen so far, I think the portrait probably looks, 90%, 85, 90%.
Yep.
I think the portrait on the Wonder Woman 84 is better. I think you put that portrait on that new statue and you've really got something. So I think, something got lost in translation. I don't know if it's the expression or I know what they were going for. It's just, I wouldn't go so far as to call it a miss. I mean, you know who it is and, she looks great, but the pose is awesome. I love the pose. I love the costume, the whole bit. I'm not a huge fan of those J&D bases. I think there's either you like them, you don't. I don't know if there's a lot of middle ground there.
Careful, Dan. Careful. We're going to be labeled as J&D haters.
Well, label me anything you want. But
that's right. Label us anything you want. Yeah.
Just my honest opinion. I mean, the statue looks great. It's just, I think it's hard, right? Because I understand, well, to a certain degree, I understand why they charge the money they're charging right there. There's a ton of silicone in that one. I'm sure it's more expensive for them to make the thing, more expensive for the artists who know how to use that medium. And so I get it, but I think for me, it's ultimately it's about is what I see and experience in my collection. Do I see that value? Yeah. And I think that can be accomplished. Like when I look at her, she doesn't need to be silicone for me to have the experience, the appreciation for her that I have. So,
I've said this before, and again, we were on the exact same page, 85 to 90% on Harley. Of course, that's exactly what I said. Yeah. And it's one of those things where I do feel like the 84 had a better portrait, and it's just that thing that it doesn't need to be silicone. If it wasn't silicone, and if it could lower the price a little bit, I think that people would be really, really happy. I understand the novelty of silicone, and yes, it can make it look very realistic. And to be very honest and fair, I have not seen one in person.
Yeah, so, and neither have I. And
I get that critique. I get that critique. It's just what I see. It's just having almost 6 years of experience doing this on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot. I've experienced a lot on doing this channel, and so there are things that I like. There's things that I don't. But I feel like if the price was a little bit better, I think that I would probably have a little bit easier take on their portraits.
Yeah. It's at a certain point, even though it is art, there is still a value equation to it, and for everybody it's different. But to me, it just seems like that's a bit out of whack. But hey, they clearly have a market. They've clearly tapped into a vein, so to speak. Liker's market. So good for them. That's great. And good for the people who love them. That's awesome.
That's right. They sell out.
Hey,
real quickly.
Yep. So
want to give a shout out to Secret Sanctuary, Mr. Jeff Delaney in the house, checking out Dan's statue. Let's give him a closer look here.
Yeah, Mr. Jeff, how do you not have this in your collection, dude? The man who fully appreciates the female statues.
Yes, he does.
I know it's a space thing, but
wow. It is a space thing for him. I know he's got definitely, and he's kind of gone on more of a movie kick.
He kind of has gone on more of a movie lately. Yes, he has. And I have to watch. Did he post his review? I've been so busy lately. Has he posted his review of that Red Sonja piece that he got?
I don't think so. Let me double check because I've been crazy busy too. Let me look.
I want to. I saw him post the pictures on Facebook, and she's a gorgeous statue. So congrats to Jeff.
Oh yeah, he did 2 days ago. I haven't watched it yet.
Wow. Yeah, I've got to get in there and watch that. That's a.
I always say I can never get notifications for his videos.
I don't either. You know what?
That drives me crazy.
Now that you say that, they never show up in my suggested.
Never.
Yours do.
Do they?
Yep.
See, I don't even know if mine. Say half the time I don't even know if mine do.
Yep, yours show up quite a bit.
So yeah, everybody, if you haven't done so after we're done here, please go over to Secret Sanctuary's website, YouTube channel, and check out the Sideshow Red Sonja review. I know that's one that he was very excited to get in. He's also looking for that Terminator piece. If anybody has her for sale, I know that he is desperately looking for that Terminator premium format. I can't remember her name.
She's gorgeous. That piece, I mentioned it in our private chat the other day. When I tell you I was a millimeter away from ordering that when it was first announced, whenever that was, like, what, 5 years ago or something?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And I was so close, but I just couldn't do it because I'm like, she doesn't go with anything in my collection. At the time, I had Marvel, I had, Spielberg stuff, I had Jurassic Park, and even Raiders, and I mean, I had different things in my collection, but man, she didn't go with anything, and I didn't do it, and I kind of regret it. She's just phenomenal looking statue.
Eric with the win, Rebel.
Yeah, Rebel. Yep. Rebel Terminator. That's right.
So hopefully, like I said, if anybody watching has that one for sale, hit up Jeff Delaney, Secret Sanctuary. I know he'd be very, very pleased. But somebody just made the comment, like, I don't even know how he fits with his current pre-orders. And that's the thing is, like, we've talked about that a bit lately, is that sometimes things have to go, like, that you don't want them to go, but sometimes to fit the space, they have to go. That I'm at a kind of a crossroads with where I'm going to move my collection, whether I'm going to go into 2 rooms, but I've been really looking, and here's what sold it. This weekend, I had a conversation with my mother-in-law, and they're in a different town about, 30 minutes from me, but they have a giant storage unit, basically, where they keep their RVs.
Oh.
And they kept some vehicles in there and stuff, and a lot of that is moved out. And so my wife said something about, hey, what would you think about putting a whole bunch of boxes in there?
Yep.
And she said, yep. So I can put all of my boxes in that storage unit.
Wow.
Which then got me thinking, maybe I need to start looking at the bat bunker again. That would give me unlimited space, or at least quite a bit. Isn't that the room you thought I should move into still, right?
That's a big one.
Or did you still think I should do the 3-window room? I can't remember what you thought. You saw both spaces.
I like the natural light.
It does have a little bit because it's got the 2 doors.
It does have the doors at the end. That's right.
So it would have some natural light in there.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tall order to finish that room, man. That's a tall order.
The main thing would be, and if I did that, I would probably do shelving kind of like what you have. Kind of make it real industrial looking.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be too bad. But I thought I could have, like, my desk in the corner out of the way, and then do a lot with the middle of the room with some, like, middle of the room displays. I don't know. It would give me a lot of room.
Yeah. I mean, without going into all the gritty details, you'd want to, that's a lot of concrete in that room. You'd want to seal the concrete and everything, right, to eliminate moisture in the room.
Yeah. I thought about doing one of those poured floors, kind of like what Jim Mint had been talking about, doing those kind of like that real glossy, like a black floor or something.
Yeah. That would be cool as hell. Yeah.
It'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Be a lot of work, but I'm like, just knowing that I could get the boxes out of there, I'm like, maybe I should think about it again.
Yeah, that's worth doing for sure.
I don't know. And Eric says I need an Adam West bat pole. I do need that.
You definitely do.
Just drill a hole in the garage, and that would be pretty neat.
Yeah, you could park a vehicle in there and still have your collection in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. That would let in some natural light when the garage door is open.
Yeah, exactly.
The Inferno says Dan looking swole.
Dan looking swole.
Yeah, you've been working out
every day.
There you go. See?
Yeah, every day. Yeah, gotta do what you can. I mean, come on.
That's right. Sealing the concrete depends on the weather temperature. Sometimes putting up a vapor sheet can lead to mold.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta do all that right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, anyway, clearly you're sold on this piece. I'm so glad that you got it in.
I am extremely glad. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to message her afterwards. And
yes.
Thank you, everybody. And thanks, Chester. I appreciate that, my friend. Man, it seems like Chester's got a new piece coming in every week or so.
Yeah, he does. He's got some good pieces coming.
A lot of good ones coming. And he's a fellow. He got Grim Knight too, I think, on order.
I believe so. Yes. All you need to do is Chris did live pre-order Grim Knight. Well,
oh my God. Yeah. No, I like Grim Knight too. But
he looks good. Haven't seen those reviews recently. He's like, man, he does look pretty badass.
He does look badass. And you know what's funny? His footprint, I think, isn't too crazy either.
It's not. It's not. It's very similar. That's why I said it's very, very similar to, like, I think an Arkham piece or even just Batman Who Laughs himself.
Yep.
Very similar base dimensions. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. Again, just congratulations to you. I'm really glad that you finally got her in. And I'm glad you didn't cancel. I just think she's one of the best Harleys ever made.
Me too. I completely agree. And thanks everybody for joining and all the kind words. I appreciate it. And everybody have a good. What's the surprise, Dan?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, we almost forgot that. Good Lord.
I'm going to need to step away from the camera for a moment.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, so go ahead and you got the show for 2 minutes.
All right. Very, very good. Well, Dan's got a surprise for us here, guys. I forgot all about the surprise. So yeah. Bryan said, what's the surprise? In the meantime, Tom says, smash that like button, guys. If you haven't done so already, please do that. That would be amazing. Oh, yeah, we got more good news. Jeff from Secret Sanctuary says, Swampy arrives tomorrow. About damn time, my friend. That is awesome. Man, I cannot wait to see your review on that. I've got to watch that Red Sonja review as well. Again, please visit Secret Sanctuary if you haven't done so already. One of our sister channels here on the channel. Scott L says, Dan surprises he's ordering Detective Comics 1000. I don't know. I'm actually I hope he does. Yep, we got a surprise. Don't leave, anybody. Don't leave. Is the Harley base bigger than Bane's? No. Bane's is bigger. By quite a bit. Bane's is bigger. It's nuts. Bane's is nuts, Eric. Everybody's congratulating Jeff on his new Swampy. Again, great piece from XM Studios. Dan is the man. I couldn't agree more. Got a surprise. I don't know what it's going to be. He said, even I don't know. Even I don't know what it's going to be. So that's very, very exciting. That's right. But wait, there's more. Definitely be watching the Swamp Thing review, Jeff. It's awesome. So as of right now, also, guys, while you're all here, we're planning on Rogues Gallery Live Wednesday. As far as I know, I'm flying out very, very early the next morning, head to New York. And so I'm kind of like stewing around the idea of maybe bumping Rogues to the following week. So just programming note, we might be on Wednesday. We might not be. I need to talk to the guys. I haven't talked to them about it yet, but there's a chance that we might bump it to the following week because, again, I need to pack and I need to get ready for New York. I know Dan and Eric do as well. They're, of course, driving in and I am flying in, so be a little bit different. I know some other YouTubers are going to be there. Toy Quest 101 is going to be there. Excited to meet those guys. I know Jim Mint's going to be there again. So the only bad thing is there's not statues. There's not going to Diamond Select has a booth, but there's not Sideshow is not going to be there, although they are having a Sideshow party apparently. And also I'm trying to think of what else. Anyway, like Dan said, Artist Alley, all that good stuff. So I got my prostate surgery on October 13th. Well, that does not sound fun, Chester. You will be in our thoughts and prayers. Tom in the house, $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Tom. That's awesome. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Again, all of that goes right back into the channel, guys. So thank you very much, Tom. Absolutely incredible of you. Thank you very, very much for supporting us like that. Do they have PCS does have a booth, Eric? I did not see that. Ooh, that is exciting. That is really exciting. I did not know that they were going to have a booth. We might live stream. I'm going to be filming the whole damn thing. You better believe that. So I don't know for sure. Again, we are having that meetup on Friday near the Funko booth at 12 noon. If anybody's there, we would love to meet you guys, talk to you guys, hang out for just a bit, take some photos or whatever. And can't wait for that. But we might live stream. I don't know how good the Wi-Fi will be there, but we're definitely going to film the whole thing. So Dan's surprise is going to be that he's already packed. That's awesome. Absolutely, Chester. Again, good luck, my friend. Thank you very much, Tom. Again, thanks for the super sticker. It would be funny if Dan's screen is frozen. I haven't froze yet tonight. That's crazy. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Well, Okay, I'm back. So I've got a modified surprise.
A modified surprise. Okay.
Modified surprise. So I'll try to deliver a little bit.
Scott said, "There's no surprise. Dan just had a drop a massive deuce." Well, you got to do what you got to do, folks.
You got to do what you got to do. So
That's right.
One of the things I don't talk about in the group for whatever reason, I don't know why I don't talk about it a lot. But for those of you who don't know, I have done artwork my entire life. I've been an artist my entire life. I started drawing at a very young age and have worked even occasionally professionally as an artist and have done concept work and some other stuff. I don't talk a lot about in the group, but at any rate, I have drawn and painted a Harley Quinn sitting in a chair long before I ever saw this piece. I did it in 2015. And I have a print of it, but I don't have it in my portfolio. I don't know where it is. So I will post a picture in the group, but I have done some other characters that I figured I'd show you if you're interested.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
This is a piece I did of Wonder Woman. This is before the first movie came out, before I knew what Gal looked like in the suit, but I had seen the suit, and that's Wonder Woman in the suit. So it's a bit of a concept piece, but
I like the edges of it too. You kind of have that
the
DC art print. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So that's Wonder Woman. I did when the first Man of Steel came out, I did a Henry Cavill Man of Steel.
That's cool.
And then I did a Justice League piece long before they talked about a Justice League. And I actually included the TV Flash because I'm a fan.
That's cool.
Of the Justice League where I put them all together. So, but I have a Harley Quinn sitting in a chair too. And I don't have it. It's in storage. So
you'll be digging that out tonight.
I will be digging that out tonight. I know I'm sure I have a picture of it in my phone somewhere. So.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that art with us. That's really cool.
Of course. Yeah. Happy to.
Really cool to see.
Pictures.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's it. But yeah, can't thank everybody enough who encouraged me to get this one. And I kind of feel like the Tech 1000 piece is similar. So
yeah,
I feel like
Dan, I got to.
Oh, he froze. He did it. See, he shouldn't have mentioned it. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Theodore. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Mike. And Superman 122 12012. Brian, thanks, man. What do you use to do your art? So, Brian, to do my art, so the pencils are done on paper. So typically I do blue line and pencils on paper. He's back. Don't let him fool you. And then I scan the pencils in and I ink and paint them on a Wacom Cintiq, on a 24-inch Wacom Cintiq.
I had to open my big fat mouth, right?
In Jim Gala, I do have a dark side. I have a dark side portrait that I did.
That's awesome.
So message me and I'll send you a picture of that one.
So before my unfortunate freeze, which we can't break from tradition, apparently.
No, apparently we cannot.
But what I was saying is that I feel like this Harley is near perfection, but I think the Fabok piece is the better piece.
What?
I know that, and that says a lot.
You're killing me.
I know.
But here's another issue I have with the Tech 1000. It's $2,000.
Yeah.
It's $2,000.
But again, you could do the regular and you would be happy.
I know, but I feel like the looking to the side thing gives me more
options. It does. And I think that having those options are really nice. And he looks badass even on just the stand.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at him right there. I've got him right there in front of me. But yeah, it's expensive, but
oh, you guys are killing me. What artist says? Oh, so Jeff wants to know who we want to meet in New York. Geez, there's a whole bunch. Did he freeze again? He froze again. Thanks, Brian. I'll check your message as soon as we wrap here. I appreciate that. Thanks for getting with me. So in terms of who we want to meet in New York,
getting comical at this point.
It kind of is. It kind of
God
is.
almighty.
I don't know, artists that we want to meet in New York. I'm trying to think if there are any that I haven't met before. So definitely want to say hi to David Finch. $2,000 or $2,000. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Finch. I think I'd like to get something done by Finch. I'd love to have something original from him in my collection.
Me too.
So even if it's just a portrait, doesn't need to be a whole body or anything, but
yep. Jeff Johns, I mentioned, I really want to meet him.
The Inferno 18, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's very nice. Yeah, the other thing, guys, about New York that is a little bit different than most other shows, and I think this is true of, although I haven't been to San Diego since 2014. I don't know, Jeff Delaney may probably tell you it's the same there too, but a lot of the artists will bring a lot more original work and a lot more prints. So they just bring a lot more work with them. New York, I think from a spending standpoint or available cash tends to be higher than a lot of shows, is my experience. And they tend to bring a lot more work. So
I might be in trouble, is what you're saying.
Yeah, my wallet is fully in trouble. I literally haven't spent a dime in weeks because I just trying to.
Why didn't you tell me that before I bought the entire Arkham line back?
I thought that. You trust me. And then you tell me you bought another one today.
I did. I bought Arkham Knight Harley today.
Yeah. Well, you had to. I mean,
because Arkham City's staying over here with the comics.
You should post your art. Very impressive. Thanks, Levi. I appreciate that. I will. I'll post a few of those. You guys can have a closer look.
Anyway, before I froze, I was just going to say that I feel like the Batman Fabok is just, it's so iconic looking. Like, again, it just demands your attention.
Hey, I have some other art to show, Chris.
All right.
Yeah, here you go. So I was bored on a conference call.
Oh, I remember these. Yeah. Yeah, I do. That was great. I love it.
Conference call had to post those. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, please. So I did some post-it note artwork.
Also, guys, this encourages you to buy from Dan when we do our auction shows, because Dan always includes some sort of art, which is awesome.
I get a kick out of that, and now it's like
it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's really awesome.
Anyway, so yeah, that's about it.
Okay. All right. Well, again, guys, we will keep you posted about Wednesday. I was telling them while you were gone, it's like, I don't know if maybe we should move Rogues to the following week, because I know we're going to be getting ready to travel and do all that stuff.
Yeah, Wednesday is going to be tough for me. I have my folks are coming by. My folks are staying for the weekend. So my parents are retired, and they're staying for the weekend. And we have 3 dogs. For those of you who don't know, we have 3 golden retrievers. So they're staying in our house, and we have to kind of do the whole prep thing. And like, here's where everything is, and so well, besides packing and all that. So
let's just make that decision right now. Then I'm just going to say we're going to move that show to the following Wednesday.
Yeah.
I just think that way, because we're gonna be busy and getting ready to go. So
and we'll have hopefully some really good stories to tell.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of good stories. We'll have a lot of footage. Like I said, I'm going to be filming the whole time. Hopefully, maybe all 3 of us will film, and we'll combine the footage and do different videos. And that'd be cool. I don't know if we're going to do a live stream. We might do a live Rogues Gallery from the hotel room. I don't know what we're going to do.
Oh, that'd be too fun, man.
That would be too fun. Eric did say he could bring his laptop and stuff, so that might be something we do. So that'll be a lot of fun, actually. So anyway, thanks everybody. Looking forward to meeting some of you on Friday again, noon, at the Funko booth, near the Funko booth at New York Comic Con. So that'll be a lot of fun. Me, Dan, and Eric B will be there. We were trying our hardest to get Jeff M there, but he just didn't bite. So, but it'll be a lot of fun. And of course, Jeff Delaney will be there in our thoughts as well. But it's he's all the way in California, so that's a big trip for him to make. So anyway, we're looking forward to it. We'll see you guys hopefully Friday, and we'll see you this weekend at the con. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.
Sounds good. See you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thanks, everybody.